Hello my friends and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 genetically modified overkill run. Hope you're all doing well. Today, as a holiday season treat, we're going to play the most broken GMO combo in the game, Farmer with Entrepreneur. I think there are no two stronger characters to combine across the entire roster. Last time I played this run about a year ago, we ended up with over 17,000 harvesting at the end of the run, so we're going to try to beat our record and go for 20,000 harvesting this time. We're going to start with Pruner, of course. We want to start building harvesting right away as the farmer, and let's just get right into it. So, of course, I'm going to run over here. I'm going to pick up this consumable. The earlier we grab those from the gardens, the better. I also need to avoid taking any damage, because if we take damage, then we won't get the benefit of the farmer's passive. And I want to pick those up before the end of the wave. They would get pulled in naturally, but if we pick them up before the wave ends, then we get the benefits of that point of harvesting at the end of the wave, because we already have it. So, important to grab that earlier. Let's go ahead and roll here. I am looking for more harvesting if possible, though luck we will take as well. And I'm going to roll again, and we'll take 5 more luck. I don't want to spend too much on things that aren't pruners, because I do want to boost my harvesting as quickly as possible, which means getting as many of these out as possible. Something I'm not sure of is what the best way to use our bans is going to be for this character combo. So we have 50% fewer materials dropped from enemies, just to remind you how the characters work. Farmer gets extra harvesting, gets harvesting when you pick up consumables. Entrepreneur gets extra harvesting, and items are cheaper, but at the end of every shop, we lose all our money. So I'm not sure what the best way to use our bans is. We could ban level 1 items to get more harvesting items, mostly fertilizer. We could ban level 2 items to get lures and maybe find a pocket factory earlier on. We could try to ban only level 4 items to get hourglasses, because if we want the most broken endgame run, we could do that. So there's a few different options. I'm not going to ban either of these. I think it's fine to just leave them in the pool. And I think I'm going to ban level 3 or maybe level 4 items. So I'm not going to worry about these items yet. We'll buy the pruner. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and lock the bag, and then we'll roll. Gentle Alien, I will lock as well, and I'm rolling, looking for more pruners. We just want as many pruners as possible, of course, because we want to maximize the number of consumables we are collecting. Also, you always want to re-roll down to 0 when you're playing the Entrepreneur. You lose all your money anyways, so important to make sure that you are spending it on finding the best items possible. And again, we want to try to stay full health and pick up as many of these consumables as we can. Here, I'm going to take 10% attack speed. I think that will be better at keeping us at full health than the armor will, at least in the early game. Roll here, buy a pruner, we'll roll, buy a pruner, we'll roll. And do I want the bag? I think I still just want to roll for weapons, but now that we have found this, I will just go ahead and buy the bag here. We wouldn't be able to buy anything, buy another pruner if we re-rolled, and this way, if we do get a crate, we get that money right away. We also get an extra shop slot. We have our full support weapon tag online, so we're fine there. I am going to need to build some damage in order to make sure that we're, able to clear the enemies. But in the early game, we're just going to focus on maximizing our economy. If we can get structure attack speed, so Clockwork Wasp in particular would be amazing for this character, then that would be excellent, because it will mean even more consumable drops. So I could take 4% damage. The Entrepreneur gets minus 50% damage modifiers. So that's all damage gets reduced by 50%. I could also take Engineering. We probably will end up with a bunch of Engineering later on in this run, but let's roll here. And I'm going to roll again. All right, I'll just take 3 Engineering now, and then we'll take 10 more luck. Here, I'm going to buy the coupon. Great, of course, for the Entrepreneur. Making our items even cheaper, and then we'll upgrade our pruners. That makes the gardens more powerful. Buy a Peaceful Bee and a Gentle Alien and reroll. Buy Propeller Hat and Beanie for sure. I think I'll lock the head injury and I'll roll again, and Let's buy this fertilizer. Do I want the landmines? I think so. We just want to kill enemies as quickly as we can, so we're going to go ahead and lock those as well. So I'm still not decided on whether I'm going to ban from level 3 or level 4. We will get such a ridiculous economy that whichever one we ban will be impactful, I think. But it's going to be... Oh no, I took damage there. -2 harvesting. I'm not sure which of them is going to be the most impactful on the total power of our character. I thought about going after those curse aliens, but I think I just wanted to focus on killing the enemies in the middle there and staying at full health so we could build up our harvesting even faster. I'll take 4 melee damage here. We only get 2 melee damage because we're playing the Entrepreneur. And then, of course, with pruners, we only scale with 50% of our melee damage, but we'll need to build some of that pretty soon. Head injury is great, landmines is great. Penguin is incredible for the farmer. We always want to pick up consumables at full health, and we want regen to keep us at full health. So the penguin is amazing for us. I'll pass on the charcoal here, and we'll roll, take a fertilizer, and we'll buy the cake. I'm going to roll past the eye patch, and we'll buy another fertilizer, and we'll roll again. And lure, I should have the damage to kill the loot aliens, so I am going to buy the lure, and we'll lock this mushroom and this pruner. Then I'm going to re-roll and re-roll. No point in saving that money, because it's going away anyways. I've got some scotch, so, you know, I'm in the festive mood for this run. And, you know, I recommend that everyone get yourself something nice. It's always good to make sure that you are enjoying things. Okay, unfortunately, this loot alien got buffed. I'm going to kill the not buffed one, because the loot alien there got buffed, which cost me the kill on it. But we still made 300 materials. We'll take the small fish here. Little frog, more harvesting, yes please. And then I'm just going to keep taking harvesting. Obviously, the amount of harvesting that we get by buying harvesting items is somewhat marginal, but our goal is to hit 20,000, and you don't do that by not taking harvesting. I'm going to go ahead and combine. We'll buy a pruner. Losing luck does hurt, because the more fruits we drop, the better. And losing consumable heal is also really bad, but I think I do still want that. Buy the baby elephant, and we'll roll again. Keep upgrading our pruners, which is great. Charcoal I'm still going to pass on. I don't want to reduce my harvesting. I'll take the plant. Jelly will pass on as well, and I'm going to roll again. We'll buy this bag. Goat skull I will take. I do want to boost my melee damage eventually, and then upgrade our pruners even further. Fresh meat. Yeah, lifesteal could be okay, so let's lock that, and we'll roll here and go to the next wave. Boiling water we're passing on again. Whoops. Alright, so I took that damage. That means I want to avoid picking up consumables until I'm back at full health, because every time I take damage and... No! Every time I take damage and then pick one up like that, it does cost me harvesting. So the most important thing for this character is just to try to stay at full health all the time to maximize our harvesting gain every wave. Obviously, we're never going to be in danger of losing this run. We have so much money. But we want to maximize our harvesting as much as possible. Here, I'm going to take 3 armor. I have no armor currently, and we'll take 4 regeneration as well. We'll buy the fresh meat. Bone dice is a good way to get extra damage. We're going to be re-rolling constantly, so we'll take that. And I'll buy the snake here. This is pure speculation buying this snake, but we will end up with incendiary turrets and various things like that, so it's, I think, a good purchase for us. Again, losing luck hurts, but we want to build our defensive stats. Alienize is a good way to kill things. Reroll here. I will buy the recycling machine and pruner. You don't need a second snake Dynamite, we only get 7.5 explosion damage from it, so we're going to pass on it. We'll lock this pruner by the plant and go to the next wave. And now we've got 20 regen, so that's great. So we are on the Abyss map, which does give you a little less money than Crash Zone typically, but also has more access to Curse. And I do think that we want to have powerful cursed items as part of our setup here. Especially if we find something amazing like a cursed crown, then we could really go off. But even if we don't find anything as ridiculously strong as that, having cursed items available will just make us so much more powerful. Cursed pruners will be a huge number of additional fruits, which is even more harvesting. So there's lots of benefits from cursed items. Playing on the Abyss map, I think, just makes the most sense. Made 500 materials on wave 7. I'm actually going to take 45 range. This character just wants to stay at full health all the time, so picking up range to keep it positive is pretty good. Alright, Tyler isn't an item that I want that badly, but a cursed Tyler will definitely take. Banner will take as well, and then we'll reroll. Pocket Factory, an amazing find, but we're going to, of course, buy our items in the right order for once in my life. Let's roll here. We'll definitely take a lemonade and cake, and we'll roll again. We'll buy a cyber ball, another way to kill enemies, and we'll roll again. Adrenaline is a good item to lock. It's gonna pull that out of the pool. We can buy the corrupted shard, and I'll lock black belt. I still need to fix my luck here, but more XP gain is gonna be really good also. Buying Adrenaline is basically like banning a level 3 item, and I think I am going to use my bans on level 3 items because my luck is a little bit low. We haven't ended up with that many high-level items yet. So I think we're going to use it on level 3 items, and the reason for that is we can find things like hunting trophies more reliably. We can find a candy bag would be really nice. The extra elites could get us more level 4s, and so I think it'll be better overall to do it that way. Again, trying to pick up these consumables before the end of the wave. I would really... Oh, and also banning level 3 will make crowns more likely to appear, which is the other really important consideration, because the earlier we get a crown, the more likely we are to be able to hit our harvesting goal. Currently at 565. Let's roll here, and I'll roll again, take 15 attack speed, and then 15 more luck, I think, is going to be really important. Here we go. We get a good item that we can ban out of the pool here. We'll buy Adrenaline, Black Belt. I'll buy another snake. It gets me a free reroll, which is going to save us a lot of money this wave. We'll buy Fertilizer and Pruner. I'll take a Tentacle also, and we'll roll. Roll again. All right, Scared Sausage is a good one to pick up. We'll take a Broken Mouth. We'll take another Pruner. I'll buy the glasses again for a free reroll. It only cost us like 10 materials, and because it makes each subsequent reroll cheaper, it's going to be better overall to have bought those than not to have bought them, even if you discount the range, which, while it's not that good, is still kind of helpful for the character. Piggy Bank I'm going to buy just to get rid of it, just to remove it from the pool. And we'll buy a turret, we'll lock a Pruner, and we'll lock this Lighthouse as well. Piggy Bank is pretty bad for the entrepreneur since you lose all your money at the start of every wave. Now, you do still get some money from the Piggy Bank, but it's extremely minimal because it gives you the amount that you had. The piggy bank triggers, I guess, it snapshots the amount that you had before you lost it, before you lose it, and then you get 20% of that after you lose all your money. So you do start each wave with a tiny amount of money when you have piggy bank on the entrepreneur. But since you can't build up a bank from wave to wave, you can never really use the item effectively. So we're pretty much only buying it because it's like spending 60 materials for an extra ban, which is super valuable for this character. We're buying so many items that removing anything from the pool that we don't want is extremely impactful. Made 600 materials that wave. Fruit basket, an incredible find. This is actually a reason that I maybe should have used my bans on level 2 items to make fruit baskets appear more often. We'll have plenty of HP. Our levels are going to just go nuts pretty soon. We'll buy the attack speed here. I'll upgrade this. We'll buy the lighthouse. Glasses and energy bracelet. I don't really want to buy both of these, so I'm just going to roll past them. I will take another pruner and alienize another, still a good way to kill enemies. We'll buy the lifesteal. We'll roll. We will buy these. Let's go ahead and upgrade. I'll buy a hedgehog for 1 melee damage. We'll roll here. Jerky. It does, so Jerky can make it a little harder to be at full health for the farmer passive, but our regen is just going to be so high that it's still very much worth having it, I think. We don't need a third snake, 2 is plenty. Starfish, this is great because it offsets when you have minus 50% materials drop on the farmer. The plus 20% materials dropped means that you're going from 50 to 70, which for the farmer is a 40% relative increase in the amount of money that you get. So Starfish is very impactful for characters like Farmer. I'm also just going to lock all of these other items and then go to the next wave here. So it's going to be tough for us to kill this elite. Our damage is not that high, although we do have a lot of defensive stats, and the alienize are pretty good at dealing damage to elites. So maybe we can still do it, especially if I get something good in terms of damage output in this next shop. Our regeneration is just so absurd all the time because the jerky is giving us constant, enormous amounts of healing. That we're never going to be in danger from the elite. So I'll probably be able to freely focus damage on it. I'm not sure we'll have enough damage anyways, but with Pocket Factory and with the lighthouse increasing the damage of the Pocket Factory, maybe we can stack up enough damage to kill it. Here I'm going to reroll, and I'll take 7 crit chance and then 15 attack speed, and then I do want more dodge as well, but let me grab some max HP. My max HP was kind of low, and we do have alienize, which is one of our damage sources for killing this elite. I'm gonna buy this entire shop here, and then get a free reroll. A tree is a really nice find. Peaceful Bee is good. Boxing Glove, we could build knockback just in case we find coils, and we will obviously buy coil if we see it. Cursed Medical Turret, I'll buy just for the curse. We don't really need the healing, but the curse is good. And I think I'm just going to buy all these items. At a certain point in this run, you start wanting to just buy every item you see because rerolls become your biggest expense. And so buying items actually, if you can empty the shop, it actually costs you less to buy the item than it would to just reroll. Blood Leech does cost harvesting, and I don't really need the regeneration, so let's buy a black belt and we'll roll here. And Blood Donation, I don't want the damage over time, although our regen is high enough that I don't think it's actually going to cost me that much in terms of picking up consumables while damaged. Basically, it'll tick once per second, but we'll almost always gain that health back immediately from having high jerky regen and everything. So I think we actually can get away with the blood donation. We'll go ahead and ban the barricade here. And pumpkin, I'm going to pass on. We just don't need it. But basically, our healing is going to be so high that I don't think the blood donation is actually going to cost me triggers off the farmer passive, because we're always just going to be at full health by the time the material reaches us. And it will actually make it easier for me to pick up consumables, because we'll be, the blood donation will tick, they'll start flying towards me, and then we'll heal back to full before they actually get to us. Looks like we will be able to kill the elite. I'm taking some damage here, so it's costing me some harvesting to do that, but basically I can keep moving around and staying at full health. We'll get the elite kill. We got the free item here, and then we'll just run around the map. Definitely want to kill that curse alien if possible. Not having found a crown yet does hurt a little bit, but we've banned a couple level 3 items, and hopefully we'll get to ban a couple more pretty soon. And then you can see a bunch more harvesting at the end of the wave. We're up to 1,000 here. We'll take a baby elephant. Sift's Relic, amazing find. We're very happy to grab that. And then let's take 9 more max HP, and then 10 more luck. And then I'm going to re-roll this. I think I want luck. Yeah. Luck is the stat that I kind of need the most, I think. I'll take a lumberjack shirt. We'll buy the blood donation. We'll take strange book just to get it out of the pool again. We'll roll here. Whistle I'll definitely take. Metal plate, defective steroids, little frog. We'll buy all those. Bandana, I do want some piercing shots for our pocket factory, so I'll buy one bandana. We might end up banning bandana later on. But for now, it's going to be pretty good. We'll take a black belt and we'll roll. We'll buy the pruner and lemonade and roll again. Barnacle in another amazing find, so I'm going to pick that up. Eye patch. I don't think we need the eye patch. We'll roll past that. We'll take Scar and Cyberball and keep rolling. Handcuffs. I don't want to cap my max HP, so I'm just going to ban the handcuffs here. And then we'll buy all of these items, which is great, and we get a free reroll. And Cute Monkey, I will lock, and we'll roll again, and we'll buy another Peaceful Bee and coffee. So you can see I'm still basically full health all the time, so while it might cost me a couple points of harvesting from pulling in consumables that we have this blood donation, the extra 40 harvesting and the growth that we get from that I think is going to make up for it, and most of the time it will not cost me any HP, especially as my healing continues to increase, which it obviously will over the course of the run. And in fact, in some ways it can help us because it means we're more likely to pick up the consumables before the end of the wave, because our pickup radius only works when we're on consumables, when we're lower than full health. So we're now pulling those in right away. Dynamite, I'm gonna... And then we'll heal back to full before they actually hit us, and then we get the consumables. Dynamite I will take here, I guess, and then let's reroll. I think we can do better than that. Let's reroll and reroll again. All right, we'll take 20 luck. Here, I'm going to take 12 crit chance. I want to get to 100 crit chance soon, and then I'm going to roll again, and we'll take 5 more regeneration and 2 armor. Buy out this whole shop once more. And then we will roll. Frozen Heart... We have very low elemental damage, but I want to buy this again just to remove it from the pool. Claw Tree and Ritual, I think we can pass on. We'll take a pruner and a plant and a helmet, and we'll roll again. Keep upgrading our pruners as always, and keep re-rolling. Okay, we got a cursed pruner. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. I will also just buy all of these items and keep rolling. Power generator, great. We're very happy to pick up any % damage that we can get, and more curse is really good as well. Penguin, Silver Bullet, and Sunken Bell we will definitely take as well. White Flag we're going to leave in the pool. Well, we are getting a lot of unique level 3 items, so we're getting to at least remove these pretty early, which is good. The Sad Tomato does hurt us a little bit, because it's going to cost me a couple points of... we'll ban the candle here. It's going to cost me a couple points of harvesting each wave because we'll start at half health, but I think it's still worth buying. So basically, I'm going to play around my medical turret at least until my healing is a little bit higher. Now, one difference between this version of the run and the last version of the run is last time I was using the old GMO mod, which had the extra items, including the Explorer's Fedora or whatever that one was called, that basically gave you the luck, the Druid passive of getting a luck every time you picked up a consumable. And that, of course, was going to be even more broken because we ended up with thousands of luck in that run as well. But even without that, we should be able to get huge amounts of additional harvesting, I think. Getting the extra curse there. Shackles, I'm going to... This is interesting. So The regen, engineering, and range are all fine. Capping my move speed at 9 is kind of painful, though. I think I'm just going to ban the shackles. I just don't want to cap my stats in this run, because the whole point is just to be ridiculously strong. I'll buy 8 dodge here, and then I guess I'll take 13 more luck, and then here, let's take 5 more armor. Here we can buy out this entire shop, and then roll, take a scared sausage, snowball, tardigrade. So tardigrade's actually kind of interesting. It gets eaten by our blood donation, because every time we take damage, the tardigrade will go away. If we could find a ton of tardigrades, it could still be good, but I think I'm just going to ban it here, and then we'll roll. I'll take the turret and the plastic explosive, and then we'll roll. And let's buy all of these. Reroll. Fairy, that's another unique we can pull out of the pool, and that gives me enough regeneration that I don't have to worry that much about any of the reduced health effects that we have. We'll buy these defensive items. Will-O-Wisp, you know what? Sure, we'll buy the Will-O-Wisp. We can get a bunch of elemental damage off of that. That sounds pretty good. And then we'll definitely buy these. I'll take the Decomposing Flesh. More lifesteal is good. Getting more dodge is good. We'll keep buying all this stuff. This level 1 pruner doesn't do anything for us, so we'll reroll. Sharp Bullet I'll take to get it out of the pool, and then also because the extra piercing is good. And since we have Sharp Bullet too, we can buy the pumpkin. We'll buy all these and get a free reroll. And let's take the Corrupted Shard, but I will lock all of these other items for our fish hook. So we should be able to pick up a decent amount of elemental damage off of the Will-O-Wisp, because we're setting most enemies on fire in this run. Oh, nice. The loot alien kill, really important to get that as well. If we could get an adrenaline, that would be really nice. Oh, no, wait, I think I have one already, actually. But we're building a lot of dodge kind of for free, because basically, at this point in the run, we're buying every single item that shows up. I would love, like, a baby with a beard or something. Something that would help me clear this entire map. We'll ban not... I just don't want to buy an item like this. We'll just get rid of it. And Tractor we'll definitely take. More harvesting, very important. We'll take the Cyber Ball. Here, I'm going to reroll, and I'll take 9 crit chance. We'll take 8 dodge. Take 5 more regen, and I'll take 8 movement speed. Move speed is actually kind of a limiting factor for us right now. Okay, nice. We get to get a level 4 Cursed Pruner. I'll buy all these items. Lucky Coin, that's a unique item, and it's cursed, so this is going to give us a huge amount of luck. So we've got 268 luck, which is awesome. Hedgehog, I think we can pass on. We'll just roll past it. I'll take the snake when it's cursed. We'll keep buying dodge. We'll keep upgrading our pruners. We'll roll here. Greek Fire, another unique item we can get out of the pool. Scarf, I'll take. I don't care about enemy movement speed. And then we can buy both of these. Ritual, yeah, I'll boost my lifesteal, and a little more percent damage can't hurt. Buy another Scared Sausage and a Bean Teacher, and I'll take the Mastery. I'm gonna buy the Mirror here, and we'll see what we get when we reroll. We'll see what I want to mirror, and I'll just mirror the fish hook. Just getting to max fish hooks right now is pretty good. Buy the Vigilante Ring and this, and then I could lock this pruner. We have triple fish hook, so let's do that. Try to get some cursed weapons right away. So we'll lock a bunch of things. Ooh, Clockwork Wasp is amazing for us. If we'd gotten that earlier, it would have been even better, of course, but that's exactly the type of thing we're looking for. So I do think without the Dusty Fedora, and the fact that we haven't found Crown yet, we're not going to hit our 20k harvesting. It'll be closer than it looks at this point, where we have, what, like 2,000? Because, of course, it scales on a curve. So each each wave we're getting more harvesting than the previous wave, but the Dusty Fedora from the other version of this mod definitely made it a lot easier to get infinitely high harvesting. One more fruit basket would be really nice as well. We'll take the tree, we'll recycle white flag, take the tentacle. I'm going to keep taking crit chance. It also gives us luck, because we have the lucky coin, and then we'll roll here, take 4 armor, and let's grab 16 more movement speed, and I'll roll a couple times, and keep taking more move speed. Come on, we need a high level upgrade here. Yeah, let's just go really fast. Okay, nice. We got exactly what I was hoping for, so we can buy a bunch of cursed weapons. Shady Potion is great. We'll take Clockwork Wasp, of course. We have exactly the pruner that doesn't let us upgrade anything. Duct Tape and Dynamite we'll buy. Level 1 pruner, yes. Mutation I'll take just for the regen, and then let's roll. Level 3 pruner, 2 and 3 both let me upgrade. Coil is really nice. Rolling again, buy a tree. Do I need the pumpkin? My pierce damage is positive, so we don't need the pumpkin here. Night Goggles, 15% crit chance. Let's see. My crit chance is at 70%, so yeah, I guess I'll take the Night Goggles. It does cost me some regeneration, but that's fine. Clover is good, Cyclops Worm is good. We'll take the Ricochet as well. Do a reroll. Cute Monkey, yes. A Cursed Mirror will let us buy unique items for cheaper. So I'll buy a coupon, buy the mirror, buy the metal. Oh, wait, I should have bought those in the other order. I wanted to keep the mirror to mirror something else. Estes Couch I'm not going to buy, though. Ugly Tooth will buy all this stuff, but not the Decomposing Flesh. We don't need another of those. Another Clockwork Wasp is great. Another Coil is great. Let's keep taking even more XP gain. And Cape is nice. That will get me over dodge cap. So let's, again, buy those in the right order. We'll buy a giant belt, lock the cape, and I'll buy another turret. Chameleon, not worth locking. We're going to be over dodge cap anyways. All right, now we're nice and fast. That's what I wanted to see. So I think we're going to end up with more like 10k harvesting at the end of this run, because we didn't find a crown. There's going to be a lot of people complaining about the blood donation, but the amount of harvesting it's cost me is like very, very low. So I think it still worked out positive for us. We're now at the point where everything is dying basically right away, because I have really high luck and some luck-based damage items. Wave 16 is really good too, because we're getting a lot of extra curse here. Jelly, I don't really need that. Sure, I'll take the regen potion. We'll recycle here, and then I'm gonna roll, and I'll take more attack speed and more crit chance. I just want to get to 100% crit chance so that my, if we get pile of books, our weapons crit. Let's take 80 range here as well, and we'll take some more luck. Cape will take. Explosive Shells gives us explosion size, so we'll pick that up as well. Anvil, that'll upgrade all of our cursed weapons, whichever ones we find cursed. So I could pick up Axolotl and trade my harvesting for elemental damage, but I still really want to get maximum harvesting here, so I'm going to pass on the Axolotl. Take the Ice Cube, we'll roll again. We've already got damage over time, so yeah, we can take the Bloody Hand. We'll take a Wheelbarrow for even more harvesting. Fertilizer as well. I'm going to start passing on items that aren't particularly good for us, because I really do want to find a crown. I am going to buy items that remove themselves from the pool, though. Let's go ahead and recycle here and buy a pruner upgrade. Like a pencil for one more regen. There we go. Okay, so we only got it near the end of the wave here, or near the end of the run here, but I will still buy the crown. I would have loved to get it cursed, but unfortunately I don't think we have that luxury because we only have a few more waves to go. We'll take fertilizer and gentle alien and roll, buy a pruner upgrade, take a defective steroids. I'll buy the gummy berserker. I don't care about my armor at this point, and the regen is good, and then we'll take a pruner. Dangerous bunny is a nice one. Rip and tear is a nice one. Take that for a free reroll, and reroll past these. We'll buy cute monkey and a blindfold, and let's roll again, and we'll lock this vigilante ring. See if we can get that cursed. We can kind of just hold still here, too, I think. And enemies will just die as soon as they spawn. And we're taking 3 damage a second, but every time we take damage, we heal it up faster than the consumables get to us, so we immediately heal back to full. So we just get to kind of hang out and just watch the harvesting and everything roll in. This does cost me a little harvesting growth because I'm not picking up these consumables before the end of the wave, but we don't need to run around, so let's just wait. And here we'll take pumpkin, incendiary turret, heavy bullets. I guess I'll take the cursed items, and we'll roll again. We'll buy more harvesting, and we'll roll and buy a little more % damage, and sure, we'll take 10 melee damage and 20 luck. I'm gonna buy all those. Improved tools. This is another item that we really wanted to find earlier but didn't, so I'm going to pick that up. Keep buying more harvesting. We'll take a coil and peaceful bee. Boxing glove is kind of fun. Extra knockback goes well with the coil. Upgrade my weapons to full here. And take another fertilizer. A bean teacher is good. We'll take a book and keep on rolling. Actually, I could have taken that... So ball and chain is kind of interesting. I could buy it because our actual weapon attacks don't matter, but let's just ban it. I don't want to cap any stats in this run because it's just more fun if we don't. Yeah, we'll take a bait for sure. Hourglass. Okay, so this is what we were really looking for. Yes, we will start at 1 HP. We have enough regen that even the 3 damage per second that we're taking won't kill us. But Hourglass is going to give us another harvesting tick, so that's going to be incredible. And that's why I considered banning level 4 items for the Hourglass. Oh, Pearl is another really key item that we hadn't found up until this point. More fruit baskets is great. Like a toxic sludge for more regeneration. Crystal we will constantly lose the bonus from, so we don't need the crystal. I'll take some more explosion damage. More harvesting. More regen. Baby Gecko, I'll keep taking, again, just to remove that from the pool, and then we'll keep rolling. We'll take all these landmines and turrets and things. Campfire, I do actually want more elemental damage, so I'll buy the campfire. Medical turret, we don't need for any reason, but we'll take a dynamite. We will keep rolling here. Another grinds magical leaf, sure, I'll take that. And then leather vest, I could use a little more armor, so let's pick that up. Roll again. Stone skin, I will lock. Garden will lock. Jetpack will lock. And I guess I'll lock this pruner for our fish hook. And we'll go to the next wave. And then you can see we heal back to full really, really fast here. So it didn't matter that we had the Hourglass and we get to play wave 17 again. Now, unfortunately, that wasn't an elite wave. I would have loved to do an elite wave over again because if we can Hourglass multiple times over, that's how we really start going off in this run. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a bunch of extra harvesting here. enemies will all die as soon as they spawn. So we don't need to move around, but I guess I'll run over here and grab some harvesting. One thing I actually don't want to do is run over the consumables, because then because we move so fast, we'll pick them up before we would be getting that extra harvesting. Take the tractor here, we'll take the leather vest, sure, fuel tank, lost duck, eye patch, yeah, I'll take a cursed eye patch, and then we'll do a reroll. Let's get to 100% crit chance, let's roll again, and we'll take more luck, we'll take more regen. I'm just going to buy the highest level upgrades, basically, though I'll take some harvesting, and we'll roll here, take some more armor, why not? Only the stone skin got cursed, nothing else got cursed? Oh well. Jetpack, I think actually I won't buy the jetpack then. We don't need the move speed or dodge at all. I'll take the scar, and we'll roll here. We'll take a muscly dude, we'll roll again. Treasure map, that's another item that we would have wanted to find earlier that we didn't. So definitely some items that you would expect to find on this run earlier that would have given us an even stronger version of the character that we didn't find, but that's okay. I think we'll somehow manage to make it. I'll buy the gnome here, and lantern is a unique. I definitely want that. Peaceful bee, I guess I'll buy because even more harvesting, and we'll buy the fertilizer. I don't care about being at 1 HP, so let's buy all these items again. We will buy leather vest and banner. We'll roll again. I'll buy another pearl. When you buy pearls, of course, you get more likelihood for them to show up. I'm kind of buying things a little bit at random here, but I'm mostly focused on buying items that are going to boost my economy and get us more harvesting. I'll buy the peacock for even more levels. We're also level 54 currently. And let's roll here. I'll take a nail. That's going to increase our weapon damage even further. And we'll roll again. Cursed Wandering Bot. Sure, we'll take that. I'll buy all these for a free reroll. That's a weapon. Basically, what I want... Although I do want explosion size. I want to buy pretty much every shop that has only items in it. I just want to buy everything, because then we get a free reroll, which saves me money. Cursed Retrimations hoodie, that's a ridiculous amount of attack speed. And let's roll again. We'll take, all of these again, and we'll roll again. And we'll buy all of these again, and we'll roll. Goblet, I guess, is a good way to heal. I wouldn't mind the Cursed Spyglass, but I think I'm just going to buy it here. And we'll keep rolling, and I'll take more pickup radius and keep rolling. And that's it. Anything I want to lock? No. Shockingly, there's actually nothing that we want to lock here. So I did actually need to dodge the elite at the start of that, because we had no HP because we bought Weird Ghost. So I actually want to boost my pickup radius quite a bit, because then if we pull in these consumables from further, they're more likely to hit us while we're at full health. We also are getting so many spicy sauce explosions. This character can do the same thing that the druid does, where you pull in 1 million consumables and just use that for like endless mode, where you just use the spicy sauce explosions to clear everything. Yeah, we'll take all these. Sure, I'll take a celery tea, I'll take a cursed silver bullet, free pearl, that's always nice. And here I'm gonna buy... I'm gonna roll, and we'll take 16 more harvesting, we'll take 4% lifesteal, we'll take 13 more harvesting, we'll keep rolling, we'll take some melee damage and some attack speed, and then 27 more luck, we'll roll again, I'll roll again, take some more damage, and dodge. Just gonna buy the high level items, basically. And even more harvesting, we're up to 7,000 at the moment, going into wave 19. Let's roll here, and roll again. And roll I'm going to keep re-rolling. I'm kind of just looking for hourglasses at this point. Though Ashes Cursed, I think, is worth taking, and we'll buy another fruit basket, another amazing find as well. Cute Monkey, good way to keep healing, and of course it keeps us at full health all the time. We'll take a Goblet. Community Support is a unique item that we can pull out of the pool. Baby with a Beard again, we'll just kill everything with that. And we'll buy Curse, we'll buy more turrets, buy more Harvesting, and gonna keep rolling. Baby Squid, another item that I would have liked to find earlier because it would have increased my regeneration by a lot. More pickup radius is good. Definitely the candy bag is good. We want to see that. Oh yeah, hunting trophy. That's an item that I would have loved to see earlier as well. And sure, we'll keep buying these. I'll buy a Schmoop. I guess I can buy another blood donation, get even more harvesting. And we can keep rolling. I don't need the non-cursed ashes. Here I'm going to start buying everything because my rerolls have gotten expensive enough. I just want to buy all the shops that have no weapons in them. We just want to buy everything from. Actually, I'm going to buy the coral. We're standing still all the time, so might as well buy coral. Sure, we'll take that as well, and then we can sell this and buy a cursed pruner. Ghost outfit, we're up to 70% dodge cap now. Keep rolling here. We'll buy more harvesting, and we'll roll again. Weird food, sure, I'll take that as well. I don't really need the focus for any reason. Lure, we'll definitely take, though. And roll again, and buy Corrupted Shard Eye Surgery. That pulls another unique item out of the pool. Keep buying all the structures as well, just so we can clear everything as we go. This is more explosion size, so I'll be happy to take that. There we go. We got another hourglass, so now it's really starting to happen for us. It's really all coming up Millhouse now. We're going to take the small fish, and we'll roll again. And anything I want here, not particularly, so let's re-roll. Definitely going to lock all of these items. Any of them cursed is great, and of course the starfish is going to be incredible. So, really happy with that. We were at 1 HP, so I need to be a little careful. I'm going to sit near my medical turret so it can heal me back to full. But obviously the elite's dead already, so that's fine. And of course, if we can keep finding hourglasses, we can keep repeating this elite wave, which would be even better. Because that gives us more chance to find hourglasses. Go over here and we'll get some nice boosts to our harvesting. It is funny that the graphic frequently is not triggering for when we get additional harvesting. I think the game is kind of losing the ability to handle that. Exoskeleton, sure, I'll take that. We'll take the missile, why not? Bean Teacher, yes. Okay, that's another hourglass. So this is exactly what we're talking about. We want an hourglass over and over again, and that will allow us to just keep repeating this wave. And we'll get to enormous amounts of harvesting. Yeah, I'll take more of that. We'll take... I guess this is not a free pearl, but we'll still take it. Grind's Magical Leaf, more Curse. Just taking basically everything. And here, more regeneration, more harvesting. Take 20 luck here, I guess. And 10 more harvesting, and 6 more regen. Again, buying things kind of at random at this point. Not any particular rhyme or reason to what I'm picking up, though I'm focusing mostly on harvesting. Here, we will... I don't need another night goggles. I guess I'll buy another pumpkin. And keep buying turrets. We'll roll again. I'll buy all these items. We will buy all the cursed items and more regeneration. Lemonade, yes. Black belt. I'm just buying the black belts because we've got, 660 XP gain, which is just amazing. So I want to see how high of a level we can get to. And we'll buy the pumpkin. We'll take dynamite and banner. Cursed cute monkey, sure. Another shop with just all items, so we get a free reroll, basically. More luck. Another spicy sauce is good as well. And we'll keep buying all this stuff and keep rolling. Metal detectors, yes. Trees, yes. Black belts, yep, we're gonna keep buying those. Feather and leather vest. My dodge is super high, obviously we don't really need the dodge anymore, but it's still fine. We'll take a cursed pruner. We should be able to get that to cap out pretty soon. Oh, okay, well, we'll upgrade it to a level 3 one, since that showed up. And then an explosive turret, a head injury, another mammoth. Do I want another blood donation? I guess I do, and I'll take even more regeneration. Unfortunately, Estes couch, still not good for us. Take more crit chance and keep rolling. Focus, cursed, I will take, definitely. Hunting trophy cursed is great. We will get a lot of money from that. I don't think I have pile of books yet, but I honestly don't remember, and it doesn't really matter that much. But whenever we do get pile of books, oh, here it is. We will be able to use our crit chance very effectively because we have all our turrets critting all the time. So we're up to 10k harvesting, and keep buying cursed items, and we'll keep buying everything here. Sure, we'll buy a robot arm, that's even more stats, and we'll buy a pruner to get to max level. The anvil would do that for us, of course, but we might as well get the free armor from the anvil. And then, don't need any of those. Oh, black flag, that's a nice find as well. Even more money from that. Extra stomach is even more max HP, of course. And that's more regen. We'll take the seashell, get that out of the pool, and take another baby with a beard just to kill everything. My rerolls are starting to get pretty pricey at this point. But we should still be able to... Oh no, I wasn't able to buy everything in that wave. Alright, do I want to lock the gnome? Probably not. I don't think I care about the gnome. Alright, so I'm 1 HP again. Run over here to my medical turret and let that heal me back up while the elite explodes. Just slightly repositioning to be able to pick up some of this harvesting before the wave ends. Yeah, so I think it's pretty... The game is not always showing the additional harvesting animation. Because we are getting harvesting on all of these ticks, basically. See there. Oh, I think it's showing the animation off screen sometimes. Yeah, that's what's happening. It's showing the animation way off the top of the screen. Because it's like stacking up. That's actually really funny. Okay, well, sure, I'll take a med kit, and we'll take a fuel tank, we'll take a tractor, robot arm again, triangle of power I don't think I want. We'll take all of these items pretty much, and more pearls, more bone dice. Torture we definitely do not want. Being able to ban that so I don't accidentally buy it would have been kind of nice too. Just taking all the high-level upgrades here, and more harvesting, and I think we will hit our 20k harvesting goal. And, yep, Clockwork Wasp will take... I believe we're well over the... There's a maximum... Yeah, gardens, I think, max out at 1 fruit every 2 seconds, and I think we're well over that, so extra structure attack speed isn't actually that impactful for us, but I'm still just gonna buy it. Kraken's Eye will explode every second here, which is great, and then another Will-O-Wisp. Sure, I'll stack up even more elemental damage, although I think enemies are all dying to our, Oh, I locked this spoon, like, ages ago. I did not notice that I had locked that. I don't know when I did that, but we've just been missing this shop slot for so long. Whoops. Yeah, well, we'll take another hourglass, and we'll buy a fruit basket, and we'll keep rolling. Buy a lemonade. We could probably go forever at this point, because I think we're likely enough to roll into more hourglasses that we can pretty much go infinite at this point. And at a certain point, you start rolling cursed hourglasses and actually decreasing the wave number, which is even funnier. And we'll take this, and we'll roll, and we'll buy all these items, and just spend my money, basically. And I'm pretty much just going to buy everything that shows up that doesn't actively harm us, just to be able to spend our money more efficiently, or faster. Less efficiently, but faster, which is actually what I care about right now. We'll take the focus, fertilizer, helmet. We will buy everything in this shop. We will keep buying stuff, buy everything in this shop, and keep going. Buy a garden, and I'm gonna drink some scotch while we're doing this. Can still just buy everything in every shop, pretty much. I do need to be a little careful. I bought bait, and we are on an hourglass wave, so we do start the wave with 1 HP. So I can't just... I need to make sure I don't just get one-shot by the lampreys that spawn. Let's go ahead and buy everything, and we'll go ahead and buy everything, and go ahead and buy everything that we can. I did reduce my harvesting there. I bought an item that reduces harvesting. And now I've bought several baits. I am not actually sure how many, but it's definitely more than one and might be more than two. And we have peacock. We've got a bunch of... Yeah, we have multiple peacocks now. And we have celery teas, so the baits are a little dangerous. I'll buy these. I'll buy the cursed mirror, and we'll be able to mirror something here. I think I'll just mirror the metal detector. I think I actually care about that more than the night goggles. Buy all of these items, and we'll roll. And keep on buying stuff, and keep on buying stuff. Keep on buying stuff. I have 174 regen, so we should be fine there. And then let's go to wave 18, and we're regenerating. We got a candy bag elite this wave, so we actually got 2 elites. And that means that if we find another hourglass, we will always have 2 elites this wave forever. So if we keep repeating this wave over and over again, we will continuously generate more and more elites on the same wave. Because the candy bag will just keep giving us a 10% chance of having more elites. And the waves remember how many elites spawn on them. So now that we have 2 elites guaranteed to spawn on wave 18, there's always going to be at least 2. And then if we get the candy bag to proc again, there will be even more elites in future waves. It is funny that the harvesting stacks are showing up off the top of the screen there. We're up to 17,000 harvesting, and yep, we'll keep taking all of these items, and keep taking all these items, and keep taking all these items. Down to 6 boxes left. Ooh, a cursed will-o-wisp. That's going to be a lot of elemental damage still. Oh, no, I took the white flag by accident. Oh, well. That still pulls it out of the pool, so it's fine. Keep buying more stuff, and at this point, we're going to be well over our 17,000 harvesting, or our 20,000 harvesting goal at the end of this run. So I'm going to not buy hourglass anymore because we're already at an hour and I do want to, do other things with my life eventually. But we will definitely finish out the run because it's just so funny. But if you wanted to just keep going forever and keep buying hourglasses, I think we are at the point in this run where you could just repeatedly buy hourglasses over and over again, and you will be able to pretty much just do that forever and never have to stop playing this run or get to wave 20. Yeah, we'll take a goldfish for higher level items. We'll roll again. Goldfish produces such lag when you reroll the shop. It's always so funny. I don't know why it makes the game lag when you buy goldfish, but it always does. And, oh, yeah. We've gotten no mice so far, which is surprising again, because we banned only level 3 items this run. So, you're more likely to roll into mice. So the fact that we haven't found any is pretty unlikely. You see our stats are getting pretty high at this point. And, oh nice, a gobbler's hat. That's another high level item that, or high value item that we hadn't seen up until this point. Yeah, we'll just keep buying all this stuff. We'll keep buying everything. Another tractor, vigilante ring, sure. I keep seeing these cursed weapons, cursed pruners, and going, oh, nice, we get to buy a cursed pruner, but it doesn't matter at all. I think at this point, I should stop buying the blood donations, though, because we are reaching the point where our regen will have a little bit of difficulty keeping up with the damage per second. And let's go ahead and buy all these. We didn't find an hourglass this wave, although, oh nice, we were able to buy all of the tentacles, so now we've pulled yet another item out of the pool. I could have compared that level 4 cursed pruner to all of ours and seen if it was better than any of the ones that we currently have, because cursed items have random stats, so they're not all created equally. But it just seemed like too much effort for too little value. And keep buying this stuff. If we do see a cool legendary weapon, I'll definitely pick that up as well for the last couple waves here. But you can see how we're able to just keep buying every single item basically forever as we continuously get our free rerolls. And as long as few weapons show up in the pool, we will get free rerolls constantly, and then we can buy a ridiculous number of items. So let's keep doing this a little bit longer. We actually haven't seen an hourglass yet, although I have been buying everything, so we're getting fewer looks at items than we would otherwise. But here we go. Going to wave 19. Yeah, so you can hear that we're still getting the harvesting because we're getting the sound cue for getting harvesting. It's just that for some reason the game is bugged and is putting our stat gain so high up. I think because so much of it is happening at once that it's like spawning off the top of the map. We're fast enough to be able to catch up to it if I run vertically, but the stat gain is the display is showing up off the map. I like how the sound is just fully bugged out as well. All right, so far be it from we were only going for 20,000 harvesting, but we have 25,000. And taking every single item here. I do need to pay a little bit of attention because there are a couple trap items. Estes Couch or Torture. Actually, Estes Couch, we have 275 speed. I think we would still have enough regen, but if I accidentally buy Torture, then we actually do lose the run, which would also be really funny. I think that would be a pretty funny outcome as well. So I wouldn't be sad about that. Buying stats basically at random here. once again. We just have so many levels. I mean, we're level 135. I'm gonna not buy the Triangle of Power, but I will. I guess we'll do this shopping run, just get even stronger. We have 25,000 materials to spend. So I think we're gonna end up with more than 30,000 harvesting at the end of this run. And keep on purchasing. Keep on buying everything. Keep on buying everything even more. We're really living, you know, the billionaire lifestyle here. It doesn't really matter what we buy. Our money just doesn't run out. We're gonna... I guess I am buying all these blood donations. I wasn't really paying attention to that, but with 583 regeneration, I think we will be okay. I would be surprised if buying the blood donations caused us issues when we have 580 regeneration. I could sell all my weapons for the one captain sword and get the bonus from that. Let's go ahead and keep buying all this stuff. I need to avoid the Triangle of Power. Actually, I might have bought one by accident already. It doesn't really matter, obviously. Our percent damage is at 17,000, so if I buy a Triangle of Power by accident, that is not a big deal at all. What I really need to avoid doing is buying the Torture there. That would end the run immediately. And we'll keep re-rolling here and re-rolling, because I'm taking something like 10 or 12 damage every second just from the damage over time items that we've bought, and Torture heals for 5 a second. So if we had bought the Torture, we would die immediately. So I do need to avoid doing that. So here's another hourglass. I could do this, but I am going to pass on this additional hourglass, because I think we get the point at this point. And like I said, you could just continuously go. You could go forever, basically. And once your curse is high enough, you will get the cursed hourglasses spawning with spawning very reliably, and that will allow you to buy to continuously decrease the wave number, and so you can actually go back out of endless mode if you're in endless mode, or you can just keep buying stuff. Keep growing your harvesting in this particular GMO combo. See, every time I buy the whole shop, it actually gets me like 3 more shops for free, because our rerolls are decreasing. Okay, let's buy the chain gun here. So I'm going to sell one of these, and we'll buy the legendary chain gun. We would lose... Oh, actually, so Estes Couch I can't buy. We would lose 1,500 regeneration if I bought the Estes Couch. So that's another item I need to be careful about buying. Keep on buying all this stuff. Keep on buying all this stuff. And again, the free rerolls are the most important thing here. The lag still is so... There's so much lag when you buy a goldfish, and I don't know why it makes the game lag out like that. Something to take a look at for Evil Empire. And sure, we'll buy a crystal, that's fine. It's just 5% attack speed because we're taking damage over time, but it doesn't matter. And we're getting there. We're down to only 2,300 remaining materials. What I like about this, too, is that it's not going to make any difference to how quickly we kill the bosses, but it is just going to boost the numbers on our end screen, which is, you know, the main goal here. We'll buy Shady Potion. Okay, and we can no longer reroll. Our rerolls cost 238, and we've got 25,000 harvesting. Let's go to wave 20. And we'll see... see how fast I am? Oh, whoops, I guess I hit endless by accident. Oh well, we'll finish wave 20 just to get even more harvesting. We don't particularly need to take this run into endless mode. It's already an hour and 10 minutes long, and this is basically like a wave 50 endless mode run at this point anyways, in terms of the stats that we have. So you get the idea of what it would look like if we kept going. I do love that the stats are invisible because they spawn off the screen every time. Also, it's just all flashing lights at the end here. So we're just gonna wait for 20 seconds and tick a little bit more harvesting. And then we will end the run and see what our stats look like. It's so funny that we just get to remain perfectly motionless and everything just dies all the time. And there we go. Wave 20. Oh, wait. So why did it make me... It ended the run. Why did it make me play it out? Is that a GMO bug, or is it because of buying like 10 hourglasses that it did that? I thought I had accidentally clicked endless, but apparently I didn't. It just made me... Maybe the bosses died in the first frame and the game couldn't handle it. I think this fully glitched out the last wave. Alright, well, we had 34,566 harvesting, because we didn't even get to, like, take our items out of boxes or anything. That's very weird, but I really like it. Okay, so 5,000 materials from bags, 1,000,000 damage from baby elephant. What else was good? Only 18k damage from scared sausage. Didn't end up doing that much. We got 100 elemental damage from will-o-wisp, 500,000 damage from cyber balls, 250k damage from Greek fire. Anything else exciting? We got 7,400 harvesting off of our crown and ended with 30,000 harvesting, 35,000 harvesting. Yep, so anyways, this is why I say that this is the most broken GMO combo in the game. You can see that we are level 160, 35,000 harvesting, 2,000 luck, 2,000 damage, 820 regen, 1,000 HP, and this is just on wave 20 without having dipped into endless mode. You will sometimes see stats like this that players do by going into endless, getting cursed hourglasses, and coming back, but we didn't even have to do that. Alright, my friends, hope you've enjoyed this special broken Brotato run, and of course, if you have, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out with the algorithm, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that. And enjoy these types of broken runs yourself, of course. And obviously, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, folks. I'll catch you next time.